My chapter is about grief and how mindfulness helped me through a very long process, which, you know, involved losing a baby and then mental health issues as a result of it, and how I was able to learn to live with it and walk side by side with that grief through the practice of mindfulness. And that moment when I sort of reached out and kind of said, if you're out there, you know, big man or whatever you want to call whoever, you know, give me a reason to keep going, because I can't find one anymore. And that's the space I was sitting in. I just couldn't find a reason to continue, even though I had my daughter. You had a good life. I had a great life. I've always had a great life, but I couldn't see any of that anymore. I was so caught up. And it brought me right into the present moment. Her doing, when she woke up in that moment and was standing at the top of the stairs, it made me come right back into the here and now, and kind of go, what are you doing? You've got a great life, you know, you've got a child, you've got a great life, you've got everything that you're looking for. It's here. You just aren't seeing it. And that was the moment when I started then really looking at, I didn't call it mindfulness then. It wasn't something I was aware of, but I started looking more at things like yoga, meditation, you know, different elements of what later I found out had been sort of put under the umbrella of the word mindfulness by John Kabat-Zinn. I just put the CD on, practiced the body scan, thought it was a bit daft, if I'm honest, but kept going. So there was something in me which obviously was recognizing that it was useful outside of my thinking brain, yeah, because my thinking brain isn't very useful sometimes. And it was when people at work said to me, there's something different about you. And it was 3 weeks. I'll never forget it. I'd been body scanning for 3 weeks. And then it got me thinking, maybe I need to explore this more. The body scan, I was really caught up in why me? What did I ever do wrong? You know, all the negative narratives that come with anything. You know, we all have backstories. We've all got these things going on, but the negative narratives were so loud. The body scan just quietened them. Each time I practiced it and came back to my body, I got better at sitting with the body and working my way through the body. And so I was able to let those thoughts go, you know, and not be so frightened by them, because I was very, very frightened by the thoughts I was having. And so it wasn't really peace, it was more acceptance. I was a bit unsure, and I spoke with a friend and said, do I or don't I put myself out there with this story? Because it is dark. You know, there is a dark space, and it's a very dark space that I sat in for a very long time. And this person said, why not let your daughter know? Because I'd never told my daughter, because I just felt it was a burden for her to have to live with as a child. You're the reason I'm alive. Yeah, it's such a huge thing. But she's a grown up now. She's got children of her own. And you know, it just seemed right to say a big thank you to my daughter. And just to tell her how much I loved her, really. So the whole chapter is actually done for her, if I'm honest, as well as the world. But the motivation was to give it to my daughter.